Coconut Grove is a very small cove.
I had a pretty cool job. I was doing an installation at an art museum, the Museum of Contemporary Art. I was just like helping out with installing artwork and setting up shows. And Elena.
I worked in retail. I just worked in a small clothing store, and it was really fun, but it was really amazing to have something fall into our laps that was something that we could really devote ourselves to and be proud of what we do and also do it together.
We've been full-time at this for about a year now. We had to unfortunately quit our jobs for this, but I think we're happy overall with quitting. I think most of our songs definitely are like quite personal and weren't really meant to be heard outside of our bedroom. So I think it's always been kind of a struggle for us to like figure out a way to make songs that to us were meant for a bedroom be played for like people in a live setting. So I think we're just finally figuring out how to do that. So.
Yeah, I think for that reason that there's this kind of division of people who either really get what we're doing and identify with us, or people who don't really get it at all. Our album, Cape Dory, and our band in general came together kind of haphazardly. We spent a long time after college sailing together, about 7 months, almost 8 months. And when we came back to Colorado, which is where we are from, we ended up writing music for the first time ever to kind of document the experience. It was very autobiographical, and we ended up writing the songs so quickly. They came really naturally, and I would say within a few months we had the whole album written, but we didn't really consider ourselves a band. You can't record on a boat. The salt water will destroy your musical equipment. It gets on everything. That song Marathon is one of the first songs I wrote as far as lyrics go. It's about sailing, the first time we went sailing through the night, and it was a very terrifying experience that took a lot of courage from the two of us. And I determined to document it well, and it ended up becoming a song that people enjoyed.
Yeah, definitely, like our new recordings are, I don't know, more suitable for a live setting, I feel like, than Cape Dory was. We actually just drove here from Nashville. We've been in the studio recording with Patrick Carney from the Black Keys. He's producing our next album, and we're really excited about it. I think the 50s and early 60s was just like a very special time for both of us, just in recording technique and just like overall band structure. Like we just kind of liked the simplicity of music in those generations. Back when like there wasn't more than a few members, and the technology really didn't allow you to create a crazy amount of sound. You really had to work with like a small amount of music.
It annoys me when people talk about it as like a fleeting, transient, hip sound right now, because I think it's one of the most timeless and aesthetically pleasing types of recording and pop writing ever. And I hope bands all throughout the future continue to borrow from that era. I hope it doesn't go away.
I think the DIY approach allows
more
you to
integrity.
And like at least know what's going on. Like I think you have all those stories about bands like getting screwed by their managers or something like that, or like not knowing what happened to their image. And I don't think that's really possible today, because you have to really manage your own band.
Yes, that's possible. You can't control very much about your band, but doing it the DIY route means you can say yes and no to whatever you want, and that's a good thing.
I think it's a lot cheaper to make stuff sound good by pouring reverb all over it and overdrive and distortion than it is to make something sound good with like pure sounds. All these hip bands, they're all broke, so they're just making albums like we did with very little money.
We didn't realize